Melmetal is one of the least played EX cards from the Mega Rising's expansion. With 170 HP, he's got 2 attacks. Headbutt deals 80 damage for 3 energy, and if you have a tool equipped, Meta Arms unleashes 150. I've seen players combine him with Dialga and or Memory Light early on, and this didn't turn out too good. This is the best way to play Melmetal. Today's deck is an extremely competitive version of Melmetal EX. We combine him with his ideal teammate, Zangoose. A baby lead allows us to ramp into Melmetal by giving him that extra colorless energy quickly. But that's not all, folks. We can also use it to ramp into Zangoose, whose slash attack helps us deal with Oricorio. Zangoose is also key due to its retreat cost of 1, which turns our 1 copy of X speed into an absolute asset. Due to our deck structure, the key to our success is our full set of Copycat. We can drop our basics and tools quickly, and then draw a massive amount to find all of our pieces. Make no mistake, this Melmetal deck is absolutely legit. It feels like one of the most competitive off-meta decks I've played to date. What Pokemon should I think around next? You, the third. Leave a comment down below, and we'll see what we can do. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free. Free is good. Have a solid day. Enjoy the games, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Here we go. The best Melmetal deck, ladies and gentlemen. Right here. Except I got no Pokemon to ramp into. Okay, this is a problem. I mean, oh, God. Not like this. Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. Problem is if they attack, I have to pivot into that anyways. So, what does this Rocky Helmet accomplish? Not much yet, especially because I need the my steel tool here. There's a Sabrina to be expected, but I can just heal. I can actually just heal. With that, now we're talking. They're gonna deal 50 damage to me. 50 damage to me. I've already taken 20, 50 damage. I can tank that all day. I just stay in here. I can't attack this turn, but if they have a Cyrus and I try to ramp into it and I get greedy, I can't deal with that. The combination of Headbutt and that would allow me to deal with that anyways. This Toxic Peck does not deal enough damage to me. They're gonna Copycat, okay. But Clodsire deals 50 damage to me. And I 2-hit KO it. The Steel Apron is everything. Absolutely everything. Just shuts down their ability to poison me. So they're playing Clodsire with Toxic Pecks, and they just completely concede. One item, one tool, sorry, not item, tool, is all we need to shut them down. I think, you know, when you play Steel types, Steel Apron is now definitely is the best tool to play. So if you're playing any sort of Steel type deck, like try to put in the Steel Apron, because not only does it just completely win against poison decks like that one, it's also very relevant in the meta because Mega Blaziken burns. So being able to deny the burn means that you're essentially stripping away 30 damage from Mega Blaziken. It's still dealing 110 damage to you for 2 energy, which is absurd, right? But it's not 140. So it's very relevant. Like Steel Apron is better than it's ever been. And if you're playing Steel, like whenever I say a Steel type deck doesn't run it, it's just kind of insane. Actually, in the case of this one, we still get hit super effectively by it anyways. But at least, yeah, we don't get burnt. Round 2. But I really like the structure of this deck. It's really well thought out. I think Zangoose is a brilliant addition because it can benefit from... Ooh, okay, we showcase Actually, I say I showcased it yesterday, but that's not true. Like, I'm recording this MELMETAL video the same day that I recorded the Mega Pidgey video, but I recorded that one. Like, the 2 videos that come after, I recorded before, you know? But I prioritized the Mega Pidgey app because YouTube algorithm and stuff. I could red card them here. I'm gonna go for the Pokeball first because I already have the Pokemon that I need, and an XP to pivot would be nice. But I mean, I think I'm gonna amass anyways. As I Steel Apron, I red card them. Just to slow them down a bit. And I amass. I am the mass. And we're ready to headbutt them. Going second on a Pidgey. This Pidgey's gonna die. They're combining it with the grass. That's interesting. I just combined it with Pichu and Oricorio. I think that's the way to do it. So they're spreading out. Okay, we're just gonna start running right through them, ladies and gentlemen. There's the X speed, a little bit late there. We got the MELMETAL. And we're ready to sweep. We're ready for a GG no re. We headbutt the hell out of this Pidgey. Obliterate it. Another one in the back. Is also gonna struggle as we got the metal arms enabled. 150 damage, ladies and gentlemen, because we have a Pokemon tool attached onto it. And we got the thickness as well. And we just body them. They didn't even get close to Pidgey-outing us. Very powerful. Like, MELMETAL is just on its own is really solid going second, especially against the deck that, you know, just going second in general, just amassing into the headbutt and then the metal arms. There's a lot of decks that are just gonna get trampled by that. And we do the great thing about this deck is that by running Zangoose, we have the ability to damage Oricorio, right? We can hit Oricorio for 50, and if Oricorio attacks us, the combination of 50 and 20 knocks it out. So the fact that Zangoose can be a recipient of Mantike and can be enabled via Mantike is very, very clever. And because we play 3 tools, and then there's like 1x speed, and there's the red card, a full set of Copycat really allows to just turbo draw through our deck. Good cook by Nuggy. Shoutouts to Nuggy. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the video, but I mean, I did name the deck after him. Shoutouts to him for this deck. Definitely what I believe to be the best MELMETAL deck so far. Holy yap. Round 3. What do we got now? Going first against Psychic. Oh, baby, that Mantike lead. You love to see it. Double Melton as well. Phenomenal opener. Absolutely phenomenal opener. Indeedy. We one-shot Indeedy. And we got the Copycat as well. I don't want to go for Rocky Helmet because if I can pick up Steel Apron, that will generally be better. Due to MELMETAL's just downright thickness. A card that it would be nice to have some kind of healing. You know, like a Pokemon Center Lady I think could go a long way, but it's kind of redundant because of the Steel Apron, but just some kind of healing would be nice, but I don't know what card I would take out for that. It's Goodra. It's actually Goodra, ladies and gentlemen. They have the X speed, okay. That's a little bit annoying, actually. But what we can do is we can pivot. Maybe I actually need Rocky Helmet, to be honest, instead of Steel Apron. I'm not so worried about the damage that they're going to deal to me. I think I want the Rocky Helmet. Given the situation, like, we have to focus on knocking out Goodra. So I'm gonna pivot in a mass instead, because if they want to lock me out with the sticky membrane, I'll take this approach. Now, the thing about this is that they need, no, they actually go dual energy. They play dual energy with double Indeedee, so it's different from my deck. Way different. And we're easily gonna run through this. We're gonna be able to evolve into you. We already have both tools played. So that means the Steel Apron is excessive, which means we drop it so we don't draw it again, and then we copycat them. And then we pick up the last basic. We drop the Zangoose down. And we do have to play the extra energy onto this to headbutt them. But we get rid of Gumi. Just like that, we get rid of Gumi. And because they're going dual energy, they cannot retaliate with Indeedee immediately. That's why in our Goodra deck, we don't run water energy. We play Mantike to give water energy. Because that way we can reliably enable Indeedee in a pinch. There's nothing they can do to prevent this Pokemon from getting killed. And because they play double Indeedee EX, they're vulnerable to the EX claws. So they can't stall by pivoting to something else. And if it's Gumi, that means I don't have to deal with Goodra. As simple as that. I do not have to deal with Goodra. And I can focus completely on building up the Pokemon in the back. How much damage do you deal? 30, 30, 30. Wait, 30 times... Because maybe I need to... Okay, so 30 times 4... is it's 150. They need red to kill me. They need red to kill me. But we do gotta watch out for that. I don't see them playing red in this kind of deck though, because they need to focus on defense. They deal 150, but they can't kill me unless they play red. But I just don't. Red in Goodra is really bizarre. But they play it. But they actually play it. They play red. In Goodra. I'm sorry, that's just not good deck building. Like dual energy and then red, like that's just not that's just I mean it works out for them here, but that's just silly. I'm just gonna make use of Zangoose here. The fact that I don't need to play energy onto it, I know it'll survive no matter what, and I'm gonna make sure that I one-shot them. But red and Goodra, that is my Takakomiyu. What the hell are you smoking? Playing red and Goodra. Zangoose, my boy Zangoose, holding the line. Holding the line. I still can't get over like red Goodra. Dual energy red Goodra. I'm offended. Lousy deck building. Defeated. Just like the reason why I get triggered is because there are so many cards that you need to like. Goodra has a lot of problems with deck space. You need to play double Lily. You need to go on all in. Like I don't even run Cyrus in mine. And if you're going to run a card that's not, you need to prioritize Cyrus over freaking red. Like, in what scenarios is red gonna make a difference except when you attack a Melmetal? Think about it. Think about the math, like, right? And And think about, like, Goodra dealing from 100 damage to 120 damage is not going to kill any EX Pokemon that's in the meta. Like, none. None. You play Heavy Helmet, not Rocky Helmet, so none. Okay? There's just nothing. It just does not align. You're better off playing Cyrus as a one-off if you want to attack something with Goodra and then bring it back, you know, like a Mega Evolution and try to hit it twice. But, this is wild. This is wild to me. Maybe I'm getting a little bit too heated here, but you know, when I, you know, as a card game player, when you run into like a player who like builds a deck suboptimally, but the card that they play actually works against you, it's just like, it's like you're rewarding the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes me angry. I'm getting old, okay? I get angry at these things. I'm like an old man yet on the couch. Don't play that card. Just don't pay attention to me. Yeah, we survived that though. Zangoose putting in the work, you know, and having that X speed was very, very, very key, because otherwise we just would not have been able to, like, we just would not have had the momentum to do that. Like, the X speed is what allowed that pivot and one hit KO to happen. All right, let's go for round 4. I think with that ramble, like, a very, very logical conclusion that a lot of you can reach is like, this guy takes this game way too seriously. Like, it's Pokemon Pocket. You can't expect everybody to like build super optimal decks. Like, there's gonna be a lot of Oompa Loompas, right? Like, it's just it's a casual game, okay? We go like, stop being so serious about it. Okay, we got Zangoose, and we got Melton. We got the X speed as well. Can we get that? No, we do not find the Mantike, unfortunately. But next turn, we can potentially, depending on what happens here, we can go for the X speed copycat. Because Jolteon is a problem. I don't think they're going to stampede us because we got that counter attack. Unless they had a random repel. Yep, yeah, we deterred them from that. Okay, now we're talking. Let's go for the X speed. Let's drop the Mantike. And let's go for the copycat and see what we get. I love that red card. At the same time, they don't seem to have the Jolteon, but I still feel like the red card is good here. Yep, that's why the one-off of X speed is absolute money, and that's why we play Zangoose over. There's several reasons why we play Zangoose over Druddigon here. We can pivot Zangoose for 1 energy, and that allows our X speed. X speed works a lot better with Copycat than Leaf will ever do. And okay, and they play Oricorio, so we gotta keep that in mind. I can also ramp into Zangoose now. But the issue is the moment they drop Jolteon, like, I can't just go crazy with my energy spreads. Like, I gotta try to enable this. Zangoose is important for Oricorio, though. Getting the kill on this is really key. This gets me another Zangoose, so it thins my deck a little bit. I think I actually just, I could just kill that, because then they have to bring in that, but then they kind of stall me a little bit is the problem. So I think I need to be patient in that regard, and I just need to enable that. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to evolve into you. And I'm going to Splash You Toss into you. To enable the Zangoose. So that evolves into Sylveon. We need to be smart about this. There's an Oricorio going around. Okay, this red is huge. This red is everything. This red counters their giant cape. That is everything. Absolutely everything. And then the Cyrus can allow us to capitalize on the Oricorio after. I'm gonna let them kill my Melton. I only need one Melmo to this game. Because they cannot retaliate next turn. Not even with Oricorio, they just can't. They don't have the momentum for it. And this red is everything. We do need to watch out though, because Cyrus could trap us in. So we're probably gonna need to be a little bit patient so we don't get trapped in. That means taking some time to build up energy here. If I bring in Zangoose and they Cyrus me, I put an energy. They can attack me again. I put an energy. I have the turns to draw into Cyrus to begin with. So no, I'm actually gonna do it. I'm gonna retreat. So apply the pressure. I am expecting a Cyrus here to stall me. Copycat allows me to guarantee that I draw into Cyrus. And that's just one more turn to lock him out. They were always gonna have Cyrus there. Like, you know, you play Cyrus maybe as a 2-of with Jolteon. That's kind of the point. They got the Pen Missile one. Interesting. They're going in, but you gotta run. You gotta run, bro, and you gotta bring in Sylveon. They gotta pivot into Sylveon, but even and then they have to hope for like 3 heads. And that's what makes Zangoose so great in this deck. It's a pivot that pings at the opponent, you know, leaving things up vulnerable for MELMETAL. It has a 1 retreat cost, which allows us to really maximize our X speed. That 1 copy of X speed is doing so much in this deck. And it hits Oricorio for 2 energy, and we can ramp into it with Mantike. It's just wonderful. You have to pivot into this exactly, because I can't one-shot it, and then you have to pray that the Jolteon finishes me. That's the only way you do it. But the key thing is, I'm not going to play that game. No, sir. Because I got it too. You knew I did. Zangoose for the win. Cinema. Absolute cinema. Zangoose is the partner. Like, Yep, Nuggy cracked it. Nuggy absolutely cracked it. When I saw variations of like Melmetal with Dialga, I'm like, that's garbage. I'm sorry, like Dialga just got... Dialga was good when it came out, you know, like Dialga Arceus was the deck, but then, it, you know, once we got better ramp options, once the babies came into play, you see what happened, like you see how Dialga vanished from the meta as soon as the babies came in. Now, if a lot of people that play Arceus just play babies, because running Dialga and going first with Dialga is a nightmare, because you can't accelerate it, and you need to wait like until your third turn to attack to ramp into something with it, and that just doesn't work anymore in Pokemon Pocket. Like that's just too slow. So the idea that combining Melmetal with Dialga was somehow going to be okay and the best way to play, like I never believed that. Like when I saw that, like that's the way they were playing it. It's like, okay, you know, people haven't really actually thought or put in the brain juice for this yet. But the Zangoose is definitely it. Definitely the teammate. It just fits for so many reasons. That acceleration with Mantike, very, very key. The 1 retreat cost with X speed. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. All right. I'm glazing this a lot, but I really like it. I think it's very clever. Let's keep going. I just realized, why am I not playing, like, I have a full art Pichu and a full art Magby, and I'm playing my Mantike for some reason. What? Zangoose lead. We are weak to fighting, though, but we can Rocky Helmet. We can actually just Rocky Helmet. We have a Steel Apron as well, so... I mean, they could have Guzma, but I'm gonna drop both of these. I'm not gonna red card yet because they can't evolve into Lucario first, so I want to wait for them to play their Professor's Research. They have Old Amber. And Hitmonchan. Who they just pivot out with, okay. So no Professor's Research. We do have the X speed. I think we just, I mean, what if they evolve into a Aerodactyl though? That's the problem. Like if I go to the front line and I amass, like if they have Aerodactyl, they shut me down. So I just gotta make use of the Zangoose. Yep. There's the Primeval Law. I'm vulnerable to like Lucario, Sabrina. I gotta keep that in mind. Like I would like to find another basic so that that's not the case. But I mean, next turn I plan on evolving into Melmetal anyways. Okay, so as long as they don't have like this is still okay. They do one-shot me here. No, they don't. They don't. Because you don't hit super effectively. Yeah. That balances this monster. That balances this. Oh my god, that actually really came into play. That was clutch right there. I'm gonna evolve into Melmetal, and I'm gonna make sure that this Hitmonchan is at range. The X speed is gonna be useful now that I have Zangoose. Even if they top deck into Sabrina, like we're fine. Okay, the lack of super effectiveness. This monsters. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but you're still at range. The Zangoose, the counterattack Rocky Helmet combination. Oh my god, it puts them exactly at range after the Pokemon Center Lady. And this Aerodactyl is vulnerable as hell. Man, they got the full board, the full force here. But my name is Melmetal. And you die. You fucking die. Get headbutted! In the nuts. That's the answer to boxing. You hit them with the head. You hit them in the hands with your head until you kill them. And now, unless you top deck a giant cape, we're good. And if they do top deck a giant cape, I top deck red, so it's fine. It's fine. This is gonna hurt. Like, this is a powerful power. 130, right? 110. Math? Full power! Ah! That was an epic game. That was just a classic Pokemon Pocket just beatdown. Just smacking each other from the get-go. Another match where Zangoose is low-key the MVP. With that Rocky helmet, even after that Pokemon Center lady, we still left him at range for the headbutt to finish. And that was everything. That was everything because they were hitting for a lot then. Why did I miscalculate? They deal 80 damage, they deal 80 damage, 100 damage, 120 damage. Yeah, I miscalculated. For some reason, I thought he dealt 140. Like, I got a little bit carried away. The Aerodactyl was dealing 120. And then our item dropped him down to 110. I just gave him 20 extra points for some reason. Not like it mattered because I'm way above that. We got the thickness. But I love what Zangoose is doing here. Let's keep it up. Tiji Jojo. What do you got, Tiji Jojo? You got Psychic, okay. Well, I got a Man-type lead. Which I really, really like. Oricorio, oh, that's annoying. I mean, you got Psychic, though. You can't attack me with that. Unless you're dual energy. We got time to ramp into our stuff, but we're gonna need Zangoose. We got that copycat, that double copycat, ladies and gentlemen. With all these tools and everything, it's just so damn easy for us to draw like crazy. Just keep all that shit there. No, that's a lot of basics though. They're gonna make their hand size considerably smaller. Double Oricorio. Okay, so Zangoose. It's a Zangoose game, ladies and gentlemen. God damn it. They really... Oh! Zangoose? Zangy? Zangy! I love you, Zangy. I love you so much. I'm gonna go for that, and I'm gonna go for the copycat. I'm not gonna drop this. I could drop the Steel Apron, but maybe I should onto the Mantike. It feels like I'm wasting it. Because who knows, like, this could be the game where I just develop two of them. I don't want to play that, like, this is a match where there's two Oricorios, so I want to be able to deal with you. I'm going to place you here, and then I'm going to Splashy Toss into Zangoose. Into my boy Zangoose. We're going to prioritize the water energy onto it, and the steel type energy onto Melton. As they beat you. And they red card us, that's completely fine. Yep, I love that Rocky Helmet onto Zangoose. Altaria requires electric energy, so I don't know what they're doing there. Unless they have regular Altaria. In which case I can still develop another Zangoose here. They're ramping into that. That's weird. That is weird. I kind of want to apply the pressure, but that's just really... That's making my spider sense tingle a little bit. So I'm gonna do this. Like, if they want to ramp and ramp and ramp, then I will ramp as well. Citrus Berry, okay. But here's the thing, I'm not engaging with their board because I understand what I'm facing here, right? So we need to see, okay, so if they have all Mega... Now I don't care about the Oricorios because I have Cyrus. I have Cyrus, so I don't care. I'm gonna force them to come in. So I'm gonna bring in Zangoose. I'm gonna knock out Pichu. And then I make it so that if you want to bring Oricorio, fine. You hit me, you die. Because I can slash you back. You bring in Altaria, and I blow you back. You got the copycat, okay. I blow you back. You are weak to steel, Mega Altaria. You're not ready for this. You hit me, you die. I need to find the other Zangoose, but you die. Beautiful. I deal with you, see? God, Zangoose is so good in this deck. Are you kidding me? And welcome to the same problem you had one turn ago. Welcome to the exact same problem you had one turn ago, bro. What is this shit? Like combining a two specific energy attacker with Oricorio and a dual energy. What are you doing? You think you're so smart, aren't you? Well, this is stupid. Hit me. Hit me! Hit me now. Yeah. Bodied. God damn, this is... We've been sleeping on you. That ability to attack for 2 energy, unlike Druddigon, that makes a big difference. Hayato. Going second. What do you got, Hayato? Electric. Okay, we got the Melton lead, which would be normally ideal, but against Electric with Oricorio again, that could not be the case. But we still have that X speed to pivot around with, that we can amass as well. Like, we got options. But it depends on what their lead is. Okay, there's the Oricorio. Yeah, if they evolve into Jolteon immediately, we could be in trouble here. I wish Steel Apron also took damage away from Jolteon's effect. But it doesn't. It's only attacks. Okay. What do we need here? What do we need? Let me go for the Professor's research before, and then Pokeball after. Pikachu Thunderbolt. Maybe because they didn't find the Jolteon? I mean, that was not like an easy game for me, right? I mean, the copycat was looking amazing, right? Like I was gonna put the other apron and then drop the Melmetal and then go for the copycat. It was gonna be insane. But I still had the conundrum of dealing with Oricorio, right? Like it wasn't super clear to me, so that was definitely a premature concede. But barring Oricorio openers and stuff, like going second with Melton is pretty legit, being able to enable that headbutt, because before, Melmetal lacked that. Melmetal lacked that 3 energy attack to hit with before going for the Meta Arms. So he's just a lot better. But still awkward though. Final boss. over 40 minutes of being undefeated. This deck is legit, and I say that and we're into fire. Oh dear God, okay. It's Blaziken. It's Blaziken. We need to find ways. I mean, we have the ability to survive one hit, and with Apron, no matter what, even though they hit us super effectively, we're still only taking 130 damage. And they can't burn us with Typhlosion. It's a version with Typhlosion, and with the Steel Apron, we're not vulnerable to that. Our game plan is very simple. We need to hunt down that Mega Blaziken. Okay, we do find the Pokeball here. And we find Mantike. If I go for the X speed now... If I go for the X speed now and I ramp into you immediately, I can enable you right off the bat. But then again, I can just threaten you. No, let's be smart about it. Let's do this. Because that allows us to immediately just start focusing on building up Melton. Okay, they're gonna go for the burn. We lost the ability to copycat them. Didn't expect them to drop like that. Oh no, I can't believe that. Shit. Let's counterattack with a slash. Yeah, I got really unlucky there. 2 out of 3 times I get Melton, which is what I needed. No way they have Mega Blaziken, right? Not yet. Okay, no, they're pivoting. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We can hunt that. Oh my god, that's huge. That's huge. Us being able to hunt that down is everything. Us being able to hunt that down is absolutely everything. But we also need to melt in here. And we need to destroy this before it becomes a problem. I stay burned. They're gonna fish me off here. The thing that I'm worried about is a Sabrina. But they run 2 stage 2 evolutions. Just, I mean, the Sabrina could happen. The Sabrina is the biggest problem. I have to think about this. The reality of the situation is that I actually don't need to do this. I'm not gonna be vulnerable to Sabrina. I survive. No, actually I don't survive. They hit me super effectively. I don't survive. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Crap. Crap, I may have thrown here. I think I threw here. I freaking threw. God damn it, I threw. I threw. I threw so damn hard. I'm so upset at myself. I thought my Melton would survive. I thought my Melton would survive, and and I just threw. So all I can hope is they have no Cyrus. All I can hope is they have no Cyrus, because I threw the game. I misplayed with the MS. I thought that I was going to survive that because I forgot about the goddamn weakness. Because otherwise, like, I take 50 damage from Magma Punch and they can't burn me. So I can amass in front of it and then I can sweep them. But I did not account for that. Okay, so there's a repel. This is something we can handle. I still have like an effect here. They have a Lily, which is really annoying. If they run another Sabrina or a Cyrus, we lose. Unless it's the very bottom card of their deck. But they run 2 stage 2 evolutions. Wow. 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 Oh my god, they didn't run it. I mean, that's why I didn't give up, because I felt like because they play 2 stage 2 evolutions, that takes up so much deck space, and the fact that they play 2 Lilies indicates to me that they just don't have enough deck space for other stuff, right? When I saw the repel, I mean, like, this may be their card. This may be the card that they use to flip stuff around, and that's what cost them. Like running repel instead of something like Cyrus. 9 times out of 10, I should have lost that game. But to be honest, I just misplayed. I misplayed. I forgot about the weakness, because otherwise it was a super sound plan, right? It was just like, I know they don't play Giovanni, so I send Melton to the front. I amass. I survive the hit. They can't burn me. And then I just choked that game. That was such an easy win, and I just turned the game into hard mode. I just turned the game into absolute hard mode. That was ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the misplay. But I think I'm gonna leave this game, because it shows that even when you completely screw up, there's still hope. I just slipped, man. I just forgot about the weakness. It happens. It happens. I just forgot that, steel is weak to fire, Miguel. Oh man. And the thing is, I realized as soon as I pivoted, I realized, but I couldn't undo it. So I died inside. I died inside. I'm like, this undefeated. This undefeated run I'm gonna throw away because of this stupid misplay. But we got that plot armor. Yeah, this deck is legit, guys. This is definitely the best way to play Melmetal EX, and it's a good way to play. Like, you can compete with the very best. It's really, really solid, and shout outs to Nuggy for it. Very, very good deck, and I'm glad that I waited on Melmetal, because nothing that I was thinking about early with Melmetal felt super exciting, and sometimes waiting a little bit for that. That's why I'm also waiting a bit on Mega Ampharos as well. Like, I want to deliver like a proper brew for that one too. Like, I haven't forgotten about that Pokemon. In fact, it's like the edgy Mega Evolution, so I'm all over that. So be patient with me for that one. But yeah, this is a cook, and we didn't lose a single game. Love you. Have a soul day. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. I'll see you guys tomorrow.